everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
I just get so tired of idiots shooting their mouths off and clapping and laughing. It makes me want to start poking eyes out and slashing throats and kicking guts.
Yeah, side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
I say, Robot House, your watercraft is as ill-designed as yourselves.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, I want to go to heaven, but not like that. Not like that. Welcome to Plotty Time.
40 eggs?
That's a big fucking pile of garbage.
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Dick piercing?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
It's still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna kill some random dude.
If you want cheese, you get a milk.
You're waiting for Pete.
No, I can hate on it. It sucked. Boners.
Hey, everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of Plotty Time, sponsored by 200 milligrams of caffeine, because I need to get fired up.
Whoop, whoop.
Because, boy,
Is that the same reason why the music wasn't playing during the beginning?
it was.
It was. You just didn't hear it.
No,
Why didn't you hear it? What'd you do?
nothing. I
Nothing.
didn't hear
It's
it.
just something weird on this side, I guess. Maybe I
Okay.
don't know. Whatever.
I mean, I heard us saying the things, but I didn't hear the music in the background.
Well, now you just sound like an idiot.
Yeah, 200 milligrams of caffeine, baby. Had to dig myself out of that hole of sleeplessness. Words are hard. This is going to be a good one, guys.
Sleepiness. Nice.
Buckle up.
Sleepness, man.
You know what I mean? Do you guys like caffeine?
Not really.
Nah. I usually have like 1 cup of coffee and then I'm good.
I don't have any coffee. Sometimes I drink a soda, but
When I get like 1 cup of coffee, it does everything coffee's going to do. And then for some reason, I'm like, I'll have 3 more.
Yeah, see, I used to do that, but then I'm just like, what's the point?
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
you're just a slave to big coffee.
Unless
now.
you have to need to get a shit out or something, then maybe that'll help you.
Pass a Duke.
Yep.
Oh, it'll help. You bet your bottom dollar it'll help. That'll get it out. All right, so I watched stuff. Did you know? Guess I watched an amazing movie. I don't think I talked about it. Did we talk about this last week? I watched Wishmaster.
No, you did not.
The
talk about
original?
that.
Yeah, the original one.
Did they remake it?
I don't know. That's
No,
why
but
I
they
was
made
wondering.
like 6 of them, I think.
Yeah, but I thought it was a re-release or a remake or.
It's about due.
Yeah. I watched the original one. It was the first time I watched it since it came out in like, what, 98, 2000?
Man, it's not. I thought it was older than that.
Yeah, I'd say 98.
97. I was
Yeah.
close. Wes Craven, Wishmaster. He didn't direct it. Robert Kurtzman directed it. Robert Kurtzman is the K in KNB effects. So
Whatever that is, I'm sure is important.
It's good.
it's a effects house that did a lot of very gory movies in the 80s and 90s and aughts.
Right. What
Yeah.
was Wishmaster
Like the people
about?
who know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, come on, you know what Wishmaster is about.
I don't remember. Is it just like a genie type thing?
Yeah,
Like-
it's just about cursed wishes.
Okay.
A demonic djinn attempts
there
to
you
grant
go.
its owner 3 wishes, which will allow him to summon his brethren to Earth. And of course, it's one of those, the wishes all have a dark side situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it turns out it is gnarly. It is super gnarly.
Yeah.
And it has some really, really awesome, like early special effects, like digital computer effects. And whoo, buddy, they're rough looking. But it's a fun movie.
Is it as rough as Lawnmower Man?
At least they tried more in Lawnmower Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it as good as the effects in what I watched this week?
What did you watch?
I rewatched the first season of Rings of Power because the new one's out, and I wanted to watch it again.
No, you know what? Really weird. Wishmaster was better. It had better effects.
I could believe it. Probably had a bigger budget.
By a little bit, yeah.
Definitely. For the time.
Yeah.
Adjusted for inflation,
I remember all the Wishmaster paraphernalia and memorabilia that was out then.
What the fuck's Rings of Power? Is it a
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the
story.
Rings series, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Season 2 came out, and I was like, I'll just rewatch season 1, so I remember.
Oh, nice.
What's the deal with that? Is that based on like a pre-existing book that Tolkien wrote, or is it just its own thing?
It's based on a book that Tolkien wrote, sort of.
Well, everything's based on it, even
We
if
don't
it's
have
just...
to get into it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's like all the fine details the people who really made the Rings of Power came up with, but the basic gist of the story is.
Okay.
But it's a way to make more money off Lord of the Rings property, right? Like people want more. Let's make some cash off this. That kind of situation.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's
Understood.
It's kind of like the origin story of, the elves from the I guess the newest movies, books, and the bad guy.
So is it worth a watch?
I like it.
But I won't. Probably.
You'd fall asleep probably.
I fall asleep watching anything.
I mean, there's a lot of people getting ripped apart by like giant wolves and stuff.
Nah, pass.
Yeah.
Is it the second season that just came out? Or are they on the first? Where are they at?
They're on the second season now. They released the whole thing, I think, now. Of
Oh,
second
nice.
season. I'll get around
Nice.
to watching it.
I also...
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I watched a movie with pretty fun effects in it.
Wishmaster 2? If you watched Wishmaster 2, you
No.
have to get out of my head.
Hardcore Henry. Remember that one?
Yeah, sure do.
It was-
That reminds me of something else I'll bring up later.
It's interesting. I mean, not really a good story or anything, but I do like the first person view through the whole thing.
What's that about?
It's like a guy who's, I guess he dies and they rebuild him and he's like a
Oh,
killing
you watched
machine.
this before, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But it's just like done in first person. It'd be a cool video game, and that's just what they did. They just made it like a video game. But
I remember I saw it around when it came out, and there's never been a movie like that before or since. And it was really cool how they did all of it. But it, like, I don't get motion sickness. Like, I just don't. It doesn't bother me, but that was too janky for me.
Don't
Really?
you get fucked up when you play your VR?
Well, I get VR sickness. That's not motion
that's
sickness.
not motion sickness. He can read a book in a car.
Yeah, next you're going to tell me space sickness is motion sickness. Get out of here.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just never seen like they never did another first person because that must have been interesting to film.
No, but I did see something that starts off first person like that, a music video that I wanted to discuss. Have you guys ever seen
Doom?
the music video for the song Ronald?
Ronald, no, I don't even know what that is.
Sounds made up.
Is it about McDonald's?
It's a band. It's by a band called Falling in Reverse.
Yeah, they're
and it's a
very, like-
metal song. And the video kicked so much ass, I thought I was gonna go blind. I thought I was gonna lose my vision.
Yeah, they're like a screamo band, right?
They're metal, I guess, but yeah, there's screaming in there. I have no idea. Like, I assume if you listen to a lot of metal, you have an ear for it and you understand what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I don't. I have no idea. I have to look up the lyrics and be like, I kind of get it. But
As a resident metalhead, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, I understand that it's, it's great. Just check out the video. The song's called Ronald.
Okay.
Didn't the Doom movie with The Rock have like a first person thing where he was killing demons?
It did when he got the BFG
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and had the gun in the foreground, but it wasn't the whole movie.
No.
No. Oh, that would have been a boring ass movie if that was the whole movie. I mean,
Just
it
The
wasn't a
Rock's
great
first
movie
person.
anyway. Yeah.
View, yeah. With his voice. Ugh.
It's just him lifting weights for 8 hours a day. But I also watched, caught up on Cobra Kai, the first half of the last season, which I think they're on
That's
6
still
or 7
going?
now. Yeah,
No,
still
it's the
going.
last season. No, I think.
Yeah, they're releasing this last season in 2 parts. I think the second part comes out in October, which it is now, which is spooky season because it's a spooky season episode.
What?
Ooh.
Is it actually spooky season?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah, man. Duh, it's October.
I don't keep track of days.
it is October 3rd. It's officially, we're in it. We're deep in it.
Oh, shit. I didn't even notice the change of months.
We're pumpkin deep in this bitch.
Pumpkin deep. I don't hate that.
New t-shirt.
Pumpkin deep.
Nice. But
Yeah, but Cobra Kai is Cobra Kai. Now I feel like I've been in it for so long, I might as well finish it.
yeah, I imagine it just gets boring. It's the same shit over and over, ain't it?
The first 3 seasons were really good. Like, really good. And then after that, it kind of just became more of like, they got to make up drama with characters just to like keep the show going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it feels like it goes off the rails, and it doesn't really go off the rails. It's still kind of in reality, but it's like they just keep bringing reasons for the kids to like hate each other. And it's like,
So you're saying it stuck
come on,
around
this
too
is
long.
just, yeah, I think it just stuck around a little too long. I think the
Yeah.
first couple seasons though were pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's still probably.
You've been raving about it for several seasons.
It was way better than I ever thought it was going to be. I'll say that. I thought it was going to be trash. It was pretty darn good overall. Pretty good.
Oh, that's
Give it a
fair.
thumbs up.
Nice.
You know what's a great television show that I was watching again this week?
Kids in the Hall.
Simpsons.
Well, I watch both of those on and off, but
Okay.
old school Iron Chefs from the 90s,
Oh, shit.
Really?
dude. Yeah.
What's that on?
It's on one of the fucking Amazon Freevee channels.
Oh, nice.
It's on constantly, but I don't think they have that many episodes because it like repeats. I think they only have
I don't
like
think there
24
ever were that many
hours of
episodes.
episodes because then like I feel like every time I turn it on like the same time, it's like I just watched this episode. But
Foie gras.
it's so good.
They have like 10 hours of footage and they just kept recutting it into like different episodes.
I believe it.
I wish I could have been a judge on one of those shows.
I know some of that shit looks so good.
What was the deal with Iron Chef? I remember it being one of the first competition cooking shows.
You got to pick your chef you were going against, right?
Yes, there was like
Chef Korean, chef
French,
Yeah.
Italian, straight up Japanese, and I think there's a Chinese one too. And then like there's a challenger chef. They get to pick which one they go against, and then
They get a secret ingredient that they got to put in every dish.
Yep. And it's just great listening to the commentators and shit. Like really on the edge of your seat, like, oh my God, what's he got there? What's in the
He's grabbing the foie gras.
Oh, it's shark fin soup. What's he putting in it? You know,
Quail eggs? Are you out of your mind?
Never seen that before. It's a great show, man. I don't know. Makes me wish I didn't cook for a living.
So you could find the passion in it again?
Yeah, exactly.
Wish I wasn't dead inside.
That's the way of putting it.
I watched some of these Halloween baking shows started again.
What the fuck is a Halloween baking show?
It's like a baking contest show, kind of like the Great British Bake Off, but it's Halloween themed.
Great British.
Oh, so they have
Bake
to
Off.
make like spooky cakes and shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
so
what
it's
it
the
is.
same as the other ones, except they use orange icing instead of.
Well, it's these people get very creative. They get some of these cakes get gnarly. Like they cut into it and like, you know, red cherry filling dumps out with a bunch of intestine looking stuff, and it's all candy
so
and
it's like,
edible. It's
is
all
this
delicious.
cake?
Kind of. It's like a mix of is this cake and I don't know, Great British Bake Off. That's the only baking show I understand. But like this, there's two different ones. The Great Halloween Baking Show or whatever it's called is like an individual competition, like every other
There's team
chef
baking
show
ones?
these days. And there's a team one. Yes, there's a team of like 4 people. Like one's a master, like a baker. One is just into
candlestick
pastries.
One only does fondant.
They have the sugar people.
Oh yeah, they make like the cool ass sugar
Like-
sculptures and shit.
Yeah, someone made like sugar crabs, and they were like full size crabs made entirely of sugar, and they looked amazing. I'm like, how the fuck did you do that in like 2 hours? How does anyone even do that?
I guess it's just like blowing glass, right?
Yeah, it's very similar
Yeah.
because they have like the tubes and they shape it, and it looks. I mean, it's an art form that these people are like, yeah, let's all eat it now. It's weird. I don't know.
That's so cool. It's an art form
for
that
them.
goes through someone's intestines.
I never thought of it that way,
Not
but I
many
guess
art
that's
forms
kind of
do.
what fine dining is, right?
Yeah, exactly. Which reminds me of another movie
I
I
was gonna
just
say it's art
watched.
that because poop, but if you want to keep talking about it.
The Menu.
Oh, did you see that before?
I've seen it before, but
Uh.
I just saw like they just put a new batch on Amazon and was one of them. I was like, yeah, I remember that was a good one. Still
alright.
good. Still good.
Nicholas Holt is hilarious during the whole thing.
Yeah. I love when he's taking pictures and it's like everyone's like looking at him like, what the fuck? They told you no pictures. And he's just, I don't know, just such an asshole.
I think it's just funny when he's like killing somebody and he's just like, oh, this is delicious.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you can finish that.
I liked it. I thought it was really good.
It's like,
Yeah, it's really good.
And the s'mores thing, was that the thing they did at the end?
it was a hamburger, I thought.
Well, no, but the s'mores was the final.
Oh.
The
yeah.
dessert.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
So I want to talk about 2 other things I watched. First, I took your advice and watched Hellhole,
Yeah.
which wasn't bad.
No.
So it wasn't good either.
No.
No, it felt like it went on a little too long.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It felt like a long hour and a half. But it was pretty gnarly. Like when that guy was about to shoot that other guy and he just exploded and the parasite thing ran away. I
Oh, yeah.
was like, that I did not expect. That I did not see coming.
Yeah, I just thought it was, I don't know, cool when they just dig that guy up out of the ground. He's like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, that was because there's the guys like, I don't speak French. It's like, well, you took it in college. I'm like, yeah, but I don't. What? I don't. And he fumbled his way through it, and the guy just had the tentacles come out of his nose, and the guy's like, did you just? What was that?
Yeah, everyone's like, did you see that? Yeah,
It had some moments. There are definitely worse picks you could make for sure.
right.
But my other one I wanted to talk about. Have you guys ever seen this movie? I remember it existing, but I'd never seen it. The Jack Nicholson starring horror film Wolf.
It's pretty old.
It's from '94.
I think I saw it a long time ago.
No, he's
So-
a wolfman, right?
Yes, he is like one of the main guys at like a book publisher. One of the other employees is David Hyde Pierce. There's a bunch of famous people in this movie. It's actually pretty cool. But long story short, he gets bit by a wolf. He starts turning into a werewolf. He realizes his wife is having an affair with James Spader, who's like the young guy at the office.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Typical James Spader.
Yep.
And then he ends up meeting Michelle Pfeiffer, and they fall in love. It
Typical
is.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
I mean, it was. I don't think it was great. It was very long. It was very slow. but I was blown away because just the way it was done, the way it was shot, the way it was presented, it felt very like old-timey horror, like 60s horror.
Oh, nice.
And it's weird because that was the same year like Pulp Fiction came out, and they feel like two completely different eras of filmmaking.
Right.
Which I thought was interesting to talk about and stuff. But I guess go check it out. Jack Nicholson's fun, right? And Spader's in it.
Yeah, I love my Spaders.
And Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
She was Catwoman once.
She was also in that.
Dangerous Minds.
That's the one. I was going to say the Coolio movie.
I don't think she was in anything else.
Did we say Batman too?
I said
Catwoman,
Catwoman.
yes,
She was Catwoman, yeah.
There's got to be more, right?
I'm sure there is, but I don't know. any.
Who cares?
I'm sure if there were, we would have come up with it by now.
Yeah.
I'm really trying.
I'm not even looking at IMDb because I don't think there is anything else.
Nothing that I've seen. She's probably in a whole bunch of like rom-coms or just garbage.
I couldn't think of what the hell. Richard Jenkins is also in it. He plays one of the detectives.
Mm-hmm.
He is the dad in Step Brothers. That guy. He's been in a billion things.
Yeah. I never knew his name.
No.
I didn't either. I had to go look it up because I was like, I know his name. What the fuck is it? Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer was in Ant-Man or Ant-Man 2.
Oh,
or
yeah,
Ant-Man
she is.
3.
She is. That's right.
That group. Whatever. We don't need to keep looking at Michelle Pfeiffer, although we could all day. You know what I'm saying? She is
We haven't stopped talking about her.
American classic.
Did you
Like
play
a car?
anything this week, Poppascotch?
Yes. I played more Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Man, why do you
And-
torture yourself?
He sounds like he's enjoying it.
I don't know. I'm doing it for a movie which probably won't even come out till 2025 with the amount of time I'm putting into it. I'm doing it for a YouTube video, not for a movie.
Right.
I haven't.
I call them movies too.
We haven't gone to cinema yet. You know, we'll get there. With all these ideas we have, guys, one of them's gonna hit.
It better.
You know what I thought about the other day?
No.
Remember that skit we wrote a long time ago about the clown?
Clown
like,
baby.
You're clowning around on me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought about that the other day. It made me laugh.
Was it about like
It was about the guy who comes back from like Iraq. It was Iraq at the time. And he goes to his home and his wife is cheating on him with a clown.
Yes, I don't remember the details. I just remember there being a clown baby. Wow. Yeah, I haven't thought about that in a while.
I only remembered the line, like, you've been clowning around on me.
So bad.
We missed our calling as comedy writers. We really
For
did. I
real,
guess there's
man.
still time, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah. If anyone's into retro 90s type humor.
Which, as we all know, held up great. Hire us as a writing team.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You play anything, Syintist?
I just finished After Image.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Metroidvania. It's pretty good. The map is kind of huge. And I got lost a couple of times because I accidentally clicked through where it was telling me to go. So then I walked around for like an hour and I was like, fuck, I'm just going to look online where I have to go.
Jerk.
But otherwise, it was pretty good. There's a lot of like stuff in it, things to do.
Sweet.
Not too hard. So it was great.
I just played a little bit more of that. What's it called? Journey to a Savage Planet.
Oh, you're still playing that?
Dude, I can only play it for like 5-10 minutes at a time. And then the lack
Is it
of
too
map
sexy?
just pisses me off.
Oh,
Well, why don't you give up by now?
I don't know.
Don't you have Metroids to play?
Yeah, I haven't started them yet.
Oh, okay.
okay. I think I also played some Chell and got some trophies in there.
I just
But
assumed.
the new one came out, guys. It is a revolutionary step forward in NHL, probably.
It's nothing like last year or the year
No.
Oh, so if I look at your trophies, you're going to have a bunch of them, you're saying.
If you listen to this when the episode comes out, that's absolutely correct.
before. Yeah, he numbed it.
Yeah, I also did something else.
Oh, yeah?
I haven't played any of it yet, but Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 went on sale, and I pulled the trigger.
Is that the one that's already out?
Yeah, it's one that came out last year.
How much did you pay for it?
$35.
I guess that's not terrible.
I mean, it's been
that
70
the
since it
latest
came
one?
out.
Yeah.
As of right, yes, because the Black Ops 6 comes out the end of October.
They're on,
so yes,
they're on
it's the
Blob
latest one.
6 already?
Yeah, dog.
Damn.
Yeah, where you been, bro?
I only remember Blops 1.
There's one
You
every year.
even Doots?
Really?
You don't even Doots.
Well, not Blops, but
There's a Blops every other year.
Yeah.
And they skipped some years because they made like World War II, and that wasn't a Blops.
it was a flop. Oh!
Oh, nice. Guys, we're available. Hire us for any writing job you need. And that was off the fly. Imagine what we could come up when we think about it.
Probably the same things.
Hire us, coward. Anyway.
Right.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 3, I've downloaded it, haven't played it. I am really desperate to play more zombie stuff, and
Yeah,
This
that's
zombie-
You
Zombies
should have
mode.
plenty of time at night to do it.
This zombies mode, yeah, it's like an hour timer. I'm not really looking forward to it, but I got to do it.
You gotta.
I have a
The
problem.
fans need you
I got to
to.
do it. Got to do it.
You won't.
I believe in him.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to news here. How about it, guys?
What we got?
Let's slip on in.
We got some silly stuff. Did you guys hear that the PS5 Pro has been announced for $700 goddamn dollars?
Yeah, not gonna get it.
Not gonna get it.
I want to get it, but there's no way I'm paying $700. No fucking way.
Dude, I made it this far without a PS5.
Yeah, why even get it? I mean, what's the point? You don't want the PS5 30th anniversary edition?
Nah.
I mean, that does look pretty cool.
I know. I'm gonna try to get a controller because I need a new controller anyway. But
I mean, there's probably a boatload of those Concord branded controllers that are still out there, unless they pulled those too.
I'll check.
But yeah, the PS5 Pro got announced. It is announced for $700, and it landed with a big, huge, wet fart because they were like, look at the difference in visual quality. And a lot of people have been watching the videos and looking at the comparisons, and they're like, it could be like a YouTube decompression thing that maybe doesn't make it as stellar of a difference, but I'm having a real hard time seeing any noticeable difference.
Yeah, it's already 4K. What the fuck?
There's not much difference. That's fine.
It makes some games look better, and it runs more consistently at 60 frames per second in 4K, which
Doesn't
I'm
matter to
sure
me at
that
all.
I know it. I'm sure it matters to some people. I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
But as long as I don't get like frame rate drips, like if I was playing, I don't know, Cyberpunk 2077 now with the latest patch, and it started running at like 3 frames a second, then I notice. But if it's 60 or I don't
50,
notice.
You're not going to notice.
No, I'm not going to notice. If it's over 30, I'm not going to notice. I think if you like did it comparison, like I played one right after the other, I would. But like in general, I'm not going to. Eventually, my brain isn't going to put it together. It'll just be playing the game.
Yeah, same.
But I don't know. They also, as a side note to this, because the PlayStation 5 Pro does not come with a disc drive, they are selling, apparently the PS5 disc drives have sold out because the PS5 disc drive is an edition you can buy on the PS5 Slim. So it was a peripheral that already existed.
Oh, stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I bought one, but I don't know when I'm going to use it.
You bought a disc drive? You didn't buy the
I did.
disc version?
No, I think eventually I want to get all models of PS5 to collect, but they're still too expensive. I'm waiting till they drop to like $200 or less.
Yeah, when the PS6 comes out.
Yeah, I mean, I still bought the drive because I want to get more of the PlayStation peripherals because I think Astrobot broke my brain and made me like nostalgic for some of them.
Right.
Astrobot does look pretty awesome.
It does. The first one was great. The one that came for free on PlayStation 5.
Yeah, it's a short one, but it's a fun game.
It was free.
Yeah.
Can't complain, I guess.
I can. You know what's
You
not
should.
free? Anything on the fucking Switch. You get the system and you don't fucking play it.
If your shit gets too close to theirs, they'll sue you.
Oh, yeah, I heard. Look out.
So then we also got news that we talked about Concord last week and how big of a flop that was, which I guess the biggest criticism anyone had was not that it was bad. It was just like the same as everything else that's come out.
No innovation.
Everyone was like, it's fine. It's a fine shooter. And fine's not going to keep a live service game afloat. So because of that fallout, the Concord director has stepped down as the studio behind the flop waits for Sony's decision. Ryan Ellis was the game director at Firewalk Studios, and he has since stepped down because the game did not great.
Oh, I'm sure he got a nice golden parachute.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, probably. Or he got sent to like another studio in Sony. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we have to worry about his future. But I did think it was messed up that Sony removed the copies of Concord from everyone's PS5 accounts. Like they deleted them off PlayStations.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
That's pretty nuts.
Well, you wouldn't be able to play them anyway. But
Yeah, but it'd be fun to have the icon there.
It still feels like a step too far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they did refund people, so it's not like they completely screwed them over. But I don't know. It still feels invasive. I don't know why.
What are you going to
man, you got to start living in the now.
No.
I can't let some things go, and it's a problem. And that's just who I am. At least I recognize it. That's the first step towards fixing it.
Yeah. Realizing you have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There you go. So I'm working on it, maybe.
Nah, who gives a shit?
You're right. Who cares? But I did also see another piece of news that sounds fun. Tony Hawk has confirmed that he and Activision are, quote, working on something.
Yawn.
I hope it's a
That's
kart
it.
racer.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Wouldn't that be
You
wild?
know what we
like
finally
Tony,
need? A rollerblading game.
I'd like Tony Hawk's
Listening.
downhill boxcar racing sim.
That'd be great.
It has nothing to do with skateboarding at all.
He's going a straight line and trying to make the fastest car.
And it'll probably sell better than Concorde.
Oh.
Hire us. Hire us. We don't want to do our real jobs.
No.
It's going to get sad. I'm going to start begging. And I don't think not many industry studio bigwigs listen to us.
Not many.
A couple.
Yeah.
A few that can really.
I mean, they usually call after the fact, but
That's true. We have our debriefing with the studios after because we're paid shills, obviously.
Obviously.
They keep saying the payment's going to be in the mail. So
I've been waiting 6 years.
one of these days, guys. But that's all I got for video game news / stuff or vibe check, whatever we're calling it. All right, guys, let's get into the game here. How about it?
Let's do it.
All right, this week we are talking about a sequel to a game that we did way back.
21? 2020?
when did we start doing these? 2019?
Yes.
Yes, pretty much the whole year of 2019. We did it June 3rd, 2021.
Yeah.
We did the original Fatal Frame. This week we are doing Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly.
Whoa.
It's pretty metal.
Is that like a California Crimson Butterfly? Like that California surfer?
No, it sounded like you tried to be a surfer.
Right
but
there. Yeah.
Crimson Butterfly.
It's a crimson butterfly.
Bro, catch the gnar.
That's
It
terrible.
was released December. No one wants to riff on this. That's fine. It was released December
I don't
9th,
get what you're coming
2000.
from, man.
I can't do it. I can't do a surfer voice, man. I'm not Spicoli, yo.
Well, look, they're not going to hire us to do impressions. They're going to hire us to write comedy.
There, yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
And do impressions.
And do impressions.
Saturday Night Live.
Whatever happened to that impression episode we were going to do? We didn't get enough requests.
Oh,
No,
that's
that was definitely what happened. Yeah, we didn't get enough requests, and that's why we didn't do it. Absolutely. That's the story I'm sticking to. But Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly, released December 9th, 2003. Right around this exact time, November 18th, another game we previously covered, the David Duchovny starring 13 came out.
Oh, did we do that one?
Yeah, obviously. He just said
Wait.
it.
Yes. Okay. No, this was the one I swear we did, and then it was one of the test episodes, and then we redid it like last year. Not redid it, I guess it's new to the folks.
You say so.
But yeah,
Yeah,
we did it July 6th, 2023. And then November 30th, 2003, Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time came out.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Good game.
That was a good game to play.
That like rebooted everything for Prince of Persia. There was a ton of games after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're all I'm going to get the new one, I think, soon. It's still $24. Once it drops $5 more. Right in the spot.
Good.
Right in the sweet
It's worth
spot.
$20, yeah.
December 2nd, 2003, Beyond Good and Evil.
Ah. That's a game we should probably do sometime.
Did we do that?
Nope.
Sounds familiar.
No, we did not. And then last game I'm going to talk about, we did cover one of our highest downloaded episodes, December 2nd, 2003, Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne.
Wow. Such a good game.
That's top 5.
Yeah.
I don't really remember.
I kind of remember. They get into a big building at the end, and there's something to do with whatever.
They went in that like fun house, and Ragnarok was involved, the nightclub.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. That's
I still
ringing
think
a bell.
Max Payne 3 is an amazing game that is so underrated, but no one agrees with me. Maybe I'm going crazy.
Maybe we should do it sometime and talk about it.
Maybe.
I would love to do it, but I don't want to make you guys watch a 6 to 8 hour video.
Oh, I wouldn't.
I mean, I'll cover the video, but I'm not watching that.
Yeah. I'll put it on. Won't pay attention.
And then this week in the box office, December 9th, 2003, number 5, Bad Santa came out. That's one, like, people really love that movie. I think it's fine.
I think
It's
I think it's
okay.
pretty terrible.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Well, if you didn't like that, you're not going to like number 4 on the list because this exact same year, Elf came out with Will Ferrell.
That's mid.
It sucked.
It's another one people love, and I'm like, I
don't get it.
can't. I mean, it was fine. Like, it's a fine Christmas movie, but people are like, I watch it every year. It's so great. He acts like a child. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah. It's not the Santa Claus.
Oh, so it's a Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah. You rewatch it like 3 times, and you're like, that's great forever. Unless it's Step Brothers. Step Brothers is.
Yeah, that one.
Good.
That one still hits.
And then number 3, definitely a different tone shift. The Haunted Mansion, which I think
Okay.
is the Eddie Murphy one.
Yeah.
I thought it was Bill Cosby.
No, he was already in trouble, I think, at this point. Was he?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't want to look it up. I don't
Yeah,
wanna look
yeah.
that up.
I'm not Googling Bill Cosby.
Number 2, Honey, the Jessica Alba
Oh,
dancing
man.
film.
I forgot that movie existed.
Yeah. I'm better off not remembering.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh, no. But I did see Chump Slap has told me in private this is his favorite film of all time. Number 1, The Last Samurai, starring Tom Cruise.
Oh, he does talk about it a lot.
It's
All
so
the
good, you
time.
guys.
He has like all those replica samurai swords.
Yeah.
The katanas.
From the movie.
From the props. He is the hero one that's rubber. It's crazy.
It's pretty wild.
And then this week in news, November 1st, 2003, shout out to my alumni, University of Pittsburgh wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald establishes a new NCAA record with a touchdown reception in his 14th straight game as Pittsburgh beats Boston College 24-13 at Alumni Stadium.
Was that the only game Pittsburgh won that year?
No, they won like 8 games out of 12.
Water pants.
Larry Fitzgerald is the only one I remember from that Pittsburgh ever.
I remember, oh God, I forgot his name. That's not a great way to start a sentence.
I forgot his name.
When you're like, oh no, I totally remember. Fuck, Darrell Revis was on those teams.
Harold
Darrell
Revis.
Yeah, he was the defensive back. He had a pretty good NFL career.
His name was Darrell.
Darrell Revis.
Yeah, he was pretty good for a couple of years. He was a good corner.
Yeah.
He was on those
Sports.
teams. And who was their quarterback? This was before the Tyler Palco era.
Oh, yeah. Let's not get
Rod
silly.
Rutherford. There it is. That's the name I remember. Anyway, we can move on. Like, there's 2 people that are like, yeah, he gets me.
And one of them's Rod Rutherford.
He's a listener. He's a regular listener. We love you, Rod. And then December 1st, 2003, a little movie called The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King came out.
Wow.
Never seen it.
That's the
I've
last
seen
one.
it, but I remember there being like 6 fucking endings, and I'm like, God, when is this going to be over?
They're all long ass movies.
Well, I mean, it has 6 endings because it's a book, so they close up everything.
Books only have one ending, idiot.
I want to, yeah, I think you might be right about that. Scientist. He might have got you.
Boom.
December 13th, 2003, Saddam Hussein is captured near his hometown of Tikrit.
Oh yeah, I remember
Kurt?
he was hiding in the little
Spider
bunker
hole?
underground.
Yeah. A spider hatch.
And then December 22nd, a magnitude 6.6 earthquake hits near San Simeon, California.
Don't remember.
I don't remember that. They get a lot of earthquakes.
Yeah.
But 6.6 is pretty big.
Yeah.
It's pretty big, but it's not like the big one.
They had one last week. I mean, 3 weeks ago. That was like a 5.8.
Oh, yeah.
And it
I
was
don't
like
remember that either.
barely in the news.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's California shaking again.
But all right, that's all we got for the news. Let's get into the game here. Why not?
Let's slip
here.
into it.
We are talking about, like I just said, Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly. It was released for PlayStation 2 and Xbox, developed by Tecmo and published by Tecmo. It is a survival horror photography ghost sim. I picked it this week, so I'll just get into it. We
Go
got a
for
lot
it.
to go over here, guys.
Let's do
Actually,
it.
we really don't.
No.
It's not
We
a...
don't.
Okay, well, first of all, you should go listen to our first episode we did from 2021, I think I said,
Yeah.
of Fatal Frame.
June.
That's, but, go listen, download it, I don't know, a couple hundred times, enjoy it. But this has nothing to do with that story.
Yeah.
Fatal Frame 2 and 3 are connected. 3 is a direct sequel to 2, but 1 and 2 are not. So we're set in the fictional Minakami region of Japan, which is home to the Minakami village. That's where our whole game takes place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we play as Mio Amakura, and we have her twin sister named Mayu. Mayu.
Right.
And I can't tell you, I'm really going to try not to screw this up and say Mayo, but it's probably going to happen.
That's cool, man.
I can't mix up which one was which.
That's
one
how I
watched
wrote it.
too.
Yeah, they look exactly the same. They're twins, They're identicals. And then
Twins always
So we
look
start-
the same to you, don't they?
not fraternal twins. So they visit a spot next to a river that used to play, that little creek, I guess you could call it.
Mm-hmm.
They used to play as kids there all the time, but it's in a valley, and soon this whole area is going to be dammed off, and it's going to be a lake. So it's like their last chance to go see it where they played as kids. And then Mayu got distracted by a, guess what, crimson butterfly.
Whoa. You never see those.
Not often.
And then she kind of follows it into the woods, and Mio goes after her, but Mayu is not responding. She's seeing some weird shit. All of a sudden, it's nighttime, and then Mio stumbles into the town. It's abandoned, it's nighttime, and this is where things start getting creepy. So there's this urban legend around these parts where people go wandering into the woods and get stuck in a lost village, and they never reappear. Minakami,
Then how do they know they got stuck in a
that's
lost
why
village?
I hate when things do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an urban legend, I guess.
Well, it's the only explanation. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got
It's
lost.
like all those mob guys who disappeared into the woods in New Jersey. It was the Jersey Devil. It wasn't another mob.
No, it had to be the JD.
So Minakami is the abandoned town. It's from folklore and hearsay, I guess. It's a legend, whatever, I guess. It's like the Bunny Man is my local one. I don't know if you guys ever heard about the Bunny Man.
No.
Can't say that.
We're going to have to get into it. I've been to the Bunny Man Bridge. It's pretty sick. It's definitely in the middle of like a neighborhood. You probably shouldn't hang out there. But they have Bunny Man Brewing now, which is real fun. So,
Oh, neat.
neat little local legend. You guys look that up on your own. I don't have the stuff.
I won't.
Well, I was talking to the listeners. I'm not always just talking to you, Dr. Scientist.
Are you talking to him now?
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
God damn. Hire us for that comedy show. You can get gold like that every week. So the twins continue through the village. Ghosts are everywhere. Just, residual hauntings, creeping people out. And there are talks of Matsumi, a bunch of ghosts. This is a game, and I'm just going to lay it out like this. There is a story. There's a thing that happened in the past. It goes along with what's happening now, but throughout the entire game, you just get like little pieces of the story.
yeah, and you have to put it all together at the end by yourself.
Yeah, you do. Thank God someone wrote a very nice Wikipedia entry that summed it up for me.
Yeah, for real.
But so as Mio is getting into it, we're playing as Mio. May is nowhere to be found. We find the camera obscura, which is exactly like the first game. It takes pictures of impossible things. And this is how you play the game. You take pictures of ghosts till they disappear. That's like your
Impossible.
gun, I suppose, or whatever. Your ghost trapper, your ghost wand.
Your camera obscura.
Perfect. Couldn't have said it better myself. And then you continue on. You learn a little more about the town's past. There's some talk about, I don't know, some kind of ritual, guys, whatever that's all about.
Yeah, interesting.
Probably comes up later.
I doubt it.
Something about a lone woman survivor, but we're just getting little pieces. And after another ghost photo shoot, Mayu shows up and they're like, oh, this is great. You're here. And she immediately leaves again. She's there for like 2 seconds, which I guess is enough for Mio to be like, I got to keep looking for my sister. She's right there. She's also always in like a weird trance. Like she's there for a minute and then she's not.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah.
Something's going on with her, I think.
I think maybe.
Huh.
So Mio's left on her own with the camera, and there's a bunch of puzzles. It's a survival horror. There's puzzles. There's puzzles to solve. You're snapping pics. You're solving puzzles, and you run through the town, and you find this boy who seemingly is jailed in the prison or prison, whatever, cop shack. It's got bars in the window.
The holding
Yeah,
cell. Yeah.
The holding cell. The boy's captive. He calls you Yay, and he says, you and Say have to get out of here. But he doesn't seem like one of the ghosts. He seems more permanent, more real.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I don't think the camera hurts him.
No, he's more like a person you're running into. So it's, I guess, your first seeming person you get to.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so he's like, you need to save Say. The ritual's about to start. And you use this, he gives you other info you use to solve puzzles. And this is kind of his role, is barely giving you pieces of the puzzle to help you solve other puzzles you run into. He comes back a couple times.
Right on.
But Mio keeps taking pictures, seeing ghosts, and there are a bunch more clues dropped about what's happened, such as villagers with pitchforks and torches. You know, you're like angry mob, your standard angry mob. There's some nasty other ghosts, a lone woman covered in blood. You keep hearing these disembodied voices saying, Yay, Say, the twins, Masumi, ritual. But you have no fucking clue what's going on at this point.
No.
No, it's very confusing.
Hey.
Mio or the player. You're just getting little nuggets of this story. Little breadcrumbs.
Little notes.
You can also, I thought it was I guess it's interesting. You keep finding pieces of crystal.
Yeah, and you get this weird radio. And
you put the crystals in the radio and then they play back messages from the past.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Whatever, at least it's
the
different.
movie Frequency.
It's exactly like Frequency.
Whoa.
Is that the one I'm thinking of? Is that the Dennis Quaid one?
Yeah, where he talks to
his goddamn mind.
I don't know if I've seen that movie.
It's not very good.
Yeah.
Isn't he like talking to his dead wife through the TV static?
Yeah,
Is that what I'm
something like
thinking
that.
Oh, yes, okay.
Okay, so we continue on with the radio. A man has an entry talking about the Kusabi is coming and the ritual is a failure. Say's missing. There's this thing called the repentance. The village will be, and then it cuts off. So we're getting a little bit more here. Still not a complete story.
Interesting.
But we also, at this point, start getting into this scenario with Mio where she'll walk into an area and she'll be like reliving the past. It's sepia tone, so you know it's old.
Oh, yes.
But she's kind of either playing the role of somebody or an observer. Again, not much info. It's just a guy arriving in town with his son and meeting these two twin girls. Guessing from the journals you find, this is Izuki and Mugabe arriving at the town. This, I know it sounds like a bunch of random bullshit, but this will make sense. And then you stumble upon Mayu, like the real Mayu, your sister. You lost her.
Shit, what's she
wow.
doing?
You found her.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And she's like, I don't know. I'm tired. I need to take a nap. I'm out of it. Someone was calling on me to perform this ritual or some shit. I don't know what's going on. But you keep taking pictures of these weird ghosts. Mayu keeps being weird. She starts getting a little cryptic. And then, she says stuff like the ritual's coming soon. She's off her rocker. Something's going on.
Yeah, sure is.
Mm-hmm.
As if that wasn't already established. Something weird's happening here, guys, with the ghosts.
Ghosts and butterflies? What?
So they stumble upon this journal. It's saying about how the time of the ritual's coming soon. Itsuki and Mitsuki's ritual didn't work. And this year it's our turn. I'm leaving the village with you. Itsuki will help us escape. We'll be together forever like I promised. And that was written by Ye. Y-E. Sei replied saying she didn't want to run. But Sei replied saying she didn't want to run, but she will follow Ye anywhere. Just don't leave me alone. Written from Sei. So we're getting more about this Sei and Ye connection from the past.
More about this ritual too, huh?
Yeah,
Apparently
you're getting these pieces. The ritual failed. Could that be why the town's so weird?
Nah.
No. Wait, is it?
Probably unrelated. It's probably unrelated. But you keep moving on. You find some folklore that talks about the gate to hell or the hellish abyss. It's probably not going to come up ever again. It's unrelated.
Yeah. Something about mourners too.
And then you read the line, the suffering of the sacrifice is used to seal the hellish abyss. Again, never comes up again. And then you later get clues that Izuki had something bad happen to him. You know what it is. Ye and Sei believed it was all their fault. Again, this is mostly like journals.
Is Izuki the white hair boy?
I believe so.
Okay.
I have it written down later when I do the full reveal.
All right.
I believe Izuki is the white hair boy, and his father, the guy that you saw originally, was Matsumi.
Okay. All right.
They both play roles in this as well.
Yeah, because they were using those names before they told you who they were,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, they sure did. They did a lot.
Yeah.
I don't, and it's in such a cryptic, pieced together way that someone did some work to make this story make sense in the Wikipedia.
Yeah.
You keep moving on. You see another flashback memory where Ye and Sei are running through the woods. The white hair boy is seemingly helping them. Sei is alone. She's around the ritual. There's a weird voice saying she will come back for me. She will. You keep taking pictures of ghosts, and you find a projector that allows you to play these film reels you've been collecting as you go on, because you didn't have a way to play them before. You didn't have a radio like with the crystals, guys.
Now
We
it's
needed
like that Sinister movie.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very much so. You watch these videos. It's film. It's silent. You see a bunch of weird, creepy imagery of a ritual, people, flashback. None of this is clear, but it's sure weird and creepy.
Yeah, I want to know who was filming this shit.
Me too. But eventually you do see the imagery repeated in the ghosts that you find, which I thought was pretty neat.
Yeah.
And then you solve this very elaborate doll puzzle thing. You find all the doll parts, the design plans, whatever. The dolls turn into ghosts and attack you. You head into the tunnels and underneath the town, and you get confronted by another ghost. And it's Sei, who scares the crap out of you, and the camera does nothing to Sei to this ghost. Like, you're trying to take it down, but nothing happens. So you freak out, you drop the camera, you run away, you get out of the tunnels, and you have to do this other little puzzle where you don't have your, I guess, weapon, for lack of a better word, so you can't face the ghost, so you have to go through the house and pick up these dolls. Anyway, I didn't see what happened, but eventually you do get your camera back pretty quickly.
I watched a speed run of it, and it's kind of weird because you have to keep fighting them both at the same time. There's like a real ghost and then a doll ghost.
Oh, really?
And you can kill one, and you have to try and figure out which one's which. It's kind of interesting.
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the game looked interesting play-wise.
Sorry, keep going.
So then you keep shooting ghosts, you keep reading journals. Some talk about the ritual attempt before Ye and Sei got involved in it, and how if it fails, they're the last ones remaining to do the ritual.
Mhm.
So not only was there a previous attempt, but there was a previous attempt before that.
Oh, I got the feeling that it was like happening for a while.
Yeah, it felt like it was an annual thing or
Yeah.
something, like maybe every couple of years. The town had to do it again.
They'd sort of clear it up.
Okay.
But anyway, so you see this door about to open. You get all freaked out like it's another ghost. You're like, oh shit, you get your camera ready, and it's Mayu. She pops through the door again.
Oh.
And she's like, I don't know what's going on with me. This place is weird. Please don't leave me alone. And then you see the old tree in the distance. It's lit up. That's where the ritual's going down. So you're like, well, I guess we're going there to get out of the town. For some reason, at this point in the story, Mio's like, we got to go to there to get out.
Yeah, it's like she read something that said this is the only way out.
Mm-hmm.
So you're at the old tree. Mayu gets hit with the sleepies, and she says, I'm sorry, Itsuki was right, and falls asleep. Like, she just falls asleep.
Sleepies.
And then this is where you find the most awesome shit ever. You find another entry in the folklorist journal.
Mm.
It tells you that twins play a part in the ritual.
What?
Now, this part is awesome because there is a discrepancy on which twin is the elder twin.
Yes.
This is apparently, it was a big enough deal the government got involved. So there's this, so we always, I just assumed that the first twin out
It's the oldest. Yeah.
is the oldest.
Right.
Like, I think that makes a lot of sense. But then we find out that each region has like its own sort of rules on which is the eldest twin for some reason. And this town says, oh, we do it the old fashioned way because it's tradition. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And apparently the second twin to come out was the eldest because of some bullshit about the elder twin letting the weaker younger twin out of the womb first.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you got to
So
help
it's like,
him, I
I'm the
guess.
elder one. I'm the alpha twin, I guess, for lack of a better word. You go ahead. You go first.
Yeah.
You go ahead. I don't know, man. But like I said, the government got involved in this in the lore of this story.
Yeah. Why did they even have to put this little bit in there?
I don't know. Why was this even, well, it does come up in this story
Oh.
because Mayu is the elder twin. She was born first.
So she's not the elder twin.
Right.
Well, she is.
No, she was born first.
So I guess you leave Mayu passed out by the tree. You continue on to the village. I think you sort of wander into another one of those flashback things. And in the tunnel, there is a person hanging over a pit, and the townspeople say the ritual's beginning. And you also pick up some hints and journals talking about how the first ritual before Yeinsei happened failed. So it was on them to do the ritual. Don't worry, I'll bring this back together, guys. I know there are questions. You head back to Mayu, and she says something like, no matter what happens, I forgive you. You make your way through the shrine, thinking that's the way to get out of the village. Looking back, the angry mob ghosts are coming after you, so you're kind of like forced to run towards the shrine. They take Mio, and you continue towards the shrine alone. And then later, as you're getting there, somehow Mayu got there before you.
Mm-hmm.
And she is walking in with the people, very reserved, and it kind of like flashback fades to say, and she's like, this is how it meant to be. It's like they're becoming the same person, sort of.
She's getting possessed.
Yes. Now, there are multiple endings to this game. And this is where you can have the first ending, which is called the lingering scent ending. The game doesn't tell you this, but you either have a choice. You can go follow Mayu into the shrine, or you can just fucking leave the village. And if you leave the village, it's immediately a game over, and Mio gets out, Mayu doesn't, and this is not the canon ending. We'll get to that in a second. There is a canon ending because 3 is a direct
Right.
sequel to 2. But I just thought it was funny that you could be like, well, later, and you
Yep.
just leave,
Peace.
and it's game over.
Oh, I'm
That's
just going to
awesome.
leave this sister that kept saying, don't leave me over and over again. Yeah.
So then, assuming we head towards the shrine, you get thrown into another flashback, and this is where the entire ritual starts coming into play. So you see a man hanging from the ceiling. He was dropped into the hellish abyss. This guy in this section was Sahiro Makabe. The town had made him their kusabi. The kusabi is the name given to an outsider who is sacrificed to satisfy the hellish abyss if the hellish abyss rumbled in a year when a twin sacrifice was not ready.
Ooh, that's
So
a
this is like-
bummer.
Yeah.
This is punting, right? This is kicking a can down the road.
Right.
There's a lot more going to happen and bring this together in the ending, but I'm explaining it now because there's so much more. This is also, we understand, the folklorist. This is the guy. This is the guy whose journals you keep finding.
Okay.
And then there's this really cool moment here where these people in the living memory, like you're in the flashback, and they like look at you, and it really reminded me of the House on Haunted Hill. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a scene where the woman who plays Sonya Blade in the original Mortal Kombat movie,
Oh,
whose
Jesus
name is
Christ.
escaping me, she goes into the basement, which is unfinished. She has like a camcorder, and she brings it up to like a operating table, and she sees the doctors operating, but they're ghosts. They're not there in real life.
Right. Right.
You guys remember this? Am I?
Kind of.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Well, then she takes it down, and they're not there. She brings it up, and she sees them, and then they all stop what they're doing and like look right at her. Very creepy. Very effective. That movie came out before this game. Just FYI.
Oh. Okay.
So this voice says, perform the ritual with Say alone. Yay. Why did you leave? Then the next flashback, we see the finale, and it brings this shit all together. All right. So Ye and Say were the twins that were going to be sacrificed. For the sacrifice to work, the elder twin needs to strangle and kill the younger twin to satisfy the hellish abyss.
Been there.
Yeah. So Ye and Say try to escape the town with the help of Itsuki, who is the jailed boy, the boy with the white hair. Ye got out, Say didn't. So the town, they're like, we got to do something. So they hanged Say to try and satisfy the hellish abyss. But since Ye was not present for Say's soul to reunite with, it caused something called the repentance, which led to the village disappearing and just all this general ghost shit we've been seeing.
Yeah, you can't
Now-
have two failed fucking sacrifices.
I think you get a do-over for as many twins as you have. I don't know how that works because
There's
there was
always
a
two
set
twins.
Yeah.
of there was a set of twins before Ye and Say that were not successful. I think maybe they ran. It just says in one of the journals it wasn't successful.
Yeah.
I don't think they got into it. But anyway, since the ritual was not successful, Say's spirit, along with Makabe's, came back as vengeful spirits and killed everybody in the goddamn town, which, fucking awesome.
Happens, dude.
And ever since that moment, the spirits of the dead villagers are all up in the town, and they just keep continuing to relive the night of the ritual failure. So that's what happened here. So how does this story end? Thanks for asking, guys. There's multiple endings here. The canon ending, the one you guys probably saw in the video, is Miyu and Mayu go through with the ritual. This is called the Crimson Butterfly ending. Maybe Mio's in a trance here. Maybe she's not. Who's to say? But she strangles Mayu. She gets thrown into the hellish abyss, turns into a crimson butterfly that comes out of the hellish abyss, and Mio runs after her, which leads her out of the village by a whole bunch of crimson butterflies, and the sun comes up, and the game's over. You get this like closing credits scene where Mio's sitting by the lake, which is assumingly, where the drowned out town now was.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the canon ending. It's called the Crimson Butterfly ending.
I like how the crimson butterfly was her strangulation marks on her neck.
You like that?
I thought that was neat. I was like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I see it. I didn't see it before. Now I see it. I never put it together.
Really? Because doesn't it come off of her
Yeah,
neck?
it does. It does in the show, the thing.
I mean,
You must have missed that 2 seconds. Yeah.
I researched this, let's just say 2 months ago, and I forgot.
Oh, that's fair.
So there are 2 other endings here. The Hellish Abyss ending sees Mio rescuing Mayu from Sei, only to become permanently blinded from looking into the Hellish Abyss. And then there's the Promise ending, which was added to the director's cut of the game. Mio sees Ye and Sei performing the ritual and freeing the villagers' spirits, thus sparing Mio and Mayu from even doing the ritual. But
That one doesn't
like I
really
said,
make sense.
no, it's basically they come back and finish what they started.
Yeah.
But since Fatal Frame 3 is a direct sequel to this, the Crimson Butterfly ending is the canon ending, and that's it.
So it's flooded over in canon, though.
Yeah.
In the canon ending, yeah.
Right.
Now, how do they go back to the village and then redo this in Fatal Frame 3? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to do it some other time.
It's underwater.
Nah, well, next spooky season.
It's actually a sequel to this and BioShock because they built a city underneath it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wild.
This, like I said, hire us to write your shit. I dare you. All right. That's the game. We did it, and we're better people.
Kinda.
Well, let's go ahead and move into our final thoughts.
All right.
Let's start with you there, Sir Chump Slap.
Okie doke.
Oh, going the slap route.
Okie dokie artichokey.
So, did watching this video make you want to play some Fatal Frame? Did the story work for you, or was it just more of the same? And what score out of 27 stars would you put by your name?
Oh, okay. Watching this, I kind of did make me want to play it. I've never played a Fatal Frame game. They look fun, spooky as hell, but it did look like it got repetitive and boring.
I mean, you're just taking pictures of ghosts.
Yeah, but some of the ghosts look like they're harder to kill. I don't know. There's got to be like a perfect shot and shit, you know?
There is. It does more damage.
Yeah, challenging shit.
I saw in the speed run.
It might be all right. Did the story work for me, or was it more of the same? Like I said, it got a little boring that you're just walking around reading just articles and listening to crystals that you find, and that tells you your story. So it's kind of lame like that. But I mean, the story itself was good once you piece it all together, or you read it on fucking Wikipedia. So I don't know. It was good enough, not great. So out of 27 stars, I'm gonna slap a big old. I'm gonna go with a 5 on this one.
5.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it was okay.
5 it is.
Could have been better, you know.
Yeah, I think it's definitely one of those games that we cover where if I played it and I was in it, it'd be a
Yeah.
lot more fun.
Exactly.
I get it. But anyway, let's see what Dr. Syintist has to say about this score.
All right.
Well, his score, not
Yeah,
your
it's
score.
not my score.
This game.
Right.
Yeah.
This game. Dr. Syintist, did watching this video make you want to play the second installment of Frame/Fatal?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did the story work for you, or was it a little prenatal?
I knew that was what he was going to rhyme with, and now he's out of rhymes.
And what score out of 27 stars would you rob from the cradle?
Oh, I thought he was going to go with ladle.
What's the first question? Does it make me want to play it?
Yes.
Nah. Did the story work for me? It's kind of a lot of nothing, and then they just throw everything together at the end. Like, oh, yeah, this all happened.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of like, oh, there's ghosts, and here's the story of the ghost, and the game's over. I mean, but it was all right. It was kind of cool. It'd be better as like an hour and 20-minute movie, I think.
Did they make a movie?
I think so.
Might have to watch that.
But there's a lot in the video, and I imagine playing the game that goes on that has nothing to. It's just going around taking pictures of the ghosts. Like you said, kind of boring.
Yeah.
But I thought the story was for what it is. It's nice to have a straight horror game that's not about mental illness. So that's one thing.
Wasn't it?
No, it was about ghosts. Straight up ghosts. I gave it 6 stars.
There was a movie in 2014.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, sure was. I should watch that.
Yeah, right. Maybe we'll do an episode about it one day.
Anyway, sorry. What score did you give it? I missed
I
that.
forget what I said.
6.
Okay, 6 it is. Perfect.
Oh.
Guess whose turn it is now? Scotchy.
Scotchy want to answer
it's
some
fine. Oh, yeah.
questions.
Oh, what do you got for me?
Did watching this video make you want to strangle your twin?
Okay.
Was the story a big miss, or was it kind of a fucking win?
Oh.
And out of 27 stars, how many did this game slide in?
Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. Chump Slap is back. Did watching the video make me want to play it? Not really. I don't think so. I bet it was fun to play.
Probably.
But I mean, at this point, it's 2003. That might as well have been an
Yeah.
Atari game by these days. So it didn't make me specifically want to jump in and play Fatal Frame. No. Did the story work for me? I liked the story. I thought it was cool to have this haunted town constantly reliving the memory of a wild ass ritual, because there's always like this moment in movies. I think we've seen it a couple times where the only example that's coming to my head right now is Ready or Not. But it's like they always keep doing the same thing for a ritual, and they end up killing someone for the ritual. And it's been so many years where the generations are starting to be like, wait, is this even fucking real?
Yeah.
And then they do it and they find out it is. I feel like that's the most fun moment of any movie, where they just do a ritual like this, or a TV show, whatever, video game, whatever. And we were kind of robbed of that. The ritual was just real. Like, it was just real forever.
Yeah.
And we've already seen the aftermath. So I think there was a more interesting way to look at this. I like the idea of you going through and finding clues to solve the puzzle of what happened and why all these ghosts are here. But I feel like the story ultimately was a failed ritual where one twin left and one twin stayed. It didn't work out. Everyone died. Like, that's the entire thing.
Yeah, that is it. And then the new twins are there.
They kept throwing like different clues that brought you to the same thing. So if you were like trying to whiteboard or take notes, you'd be like, what are all these threads? There's so many things. And then you get to just like 2.
Right.
Like the ritual and who Azuki is, I guess. That's it. Anyway, the story kind of cosplayed as something extremely, extremely elaborate, and it really wasn't. So at least they tried. Final score out of 27 stars. I'm going to be a little bit nicer than you guys, but not much. I'm going to give it an 8.
Oh, all right. That's fair. 19's not bad.
19's a solid score, right? That's the right math.
Yeah. Well, if we both said it, it has to be true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We are the most accurate podcast in the game. We don't have many around 19 lately, but we have a shitload of 17s. For example, we gave Resident Evil 3 Nemesis a 17.
Perfect.
Yep, that's right.
We gave State of Decay a 17, which was not too long ago.
No, it was a couple weeks ago.
Totally remember that game.
And then Legendary
Zombies
we
in the
gave a
Village.
17.
Legendary. I don't remember that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was a... What's that?
There were griffins throwing around
Yeah,
the
yeah.
city.
Yeah. Well, could have been a great game.
Pandora's Box. They had more seeds there to be a real great game, but they blew it.
It'll be in our top 5 at the end of the year.
It could be at 19. But if that's all we got to say, let's just go ahead and move into the cool down topic.
Oh, what you got today, Scotchy?
Chilling.
Just chilling. I had something for this.
Did you?
What's your favorite cooldown topic?
What's your favorite?
You're going to save it for next time, yours?
What is your favorite cool down topic we've done so far? No, that's not what it is. Let's talk about overrated things.
Okay.
What do you guys feel in recent or classic memory was the most overrated game
Oh,
you've ever
game.
played? Or movie. We can go movie too. Or food. Fuck it. We talk
I was
about a lot
thinking
about
Breaking
food.
Bad, but
You never even watched it.
I watched enough of it to know it's overrated.
No, you didn't.
I watched the first season.
Nah, you're making shit up.
I didn't watch the whole thing. You're right.
Got him.
I thought Breaking Bad was amazing.
Yeah.
But overrated games. Jesus. There's so many. I just can't think of any right now.
Yeah, like,
I can't. That wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
or just too hyped up. Let's say every Call of Duty.
Yeah, I was actually going to say Fortnite. I think Fortnite's overrated.
Yeah. Well, so is fucking...
Minecraft.
No, Minecraft's amazing.
See, it's overrated.
No, it's whatever you want. So if it's overrated, that means you're overrated.
That's the defense of someone who's defending an overrated thing.
Well, to throw back to earlier in the episode, I think the movie Elf is overrated.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely one.
So overrated. I think Karate Kid was overrated.
Man, I missed Karate Kid. Like, I must have just missed it.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah. People think it's like amazing, but it's not.
It was very much a product of its time.
I think...
But like,
yeah.
I mean, I've seen it. Like, I saw it. I didn't see it when it came out, but I saw it in the 90s for sure. But I never fell in love with it. I never thought it was amazing. People, like, it stayed in the cultural, I don't know, the zeitgeist for like 40 years until they made the show. I like the show a lot better than any of the movies.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That's fair.
Yeah, they should have just went with Kickboxer with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
They left money on the table with that one.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? They could have another show where it's fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme's and his kid.
Oh, could.
I wish
We're just a bunch of kids in blood sports.
You know what was
That'd be fun.
underrated? Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
It was. You know what's overrated food-wise? Avocado.
No, I kind of like it.
You kind of like it.
I don't think it's, I guess it is kind of,
Yeah.
I guess when you put it that way, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, I do also kind of like it.
yeah, but it does get a lot of hype, just like pumpkin spice.
I think pumpkin
Fuck.
spice is getting a lot more hate nowadays.
It is now, but it had a run at the top.
Yeah.
Like
it is
people losing their
overrated.
goddamn minds when pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
hit
Oh, it's
Starbucks
nutmeg
every
and
year.
fucking cinnamon. Ooh.
Is that what it is? Isn't there something else like some
Pumpkin,
human
yeah.
something
Pumpkin, yeah.
weird? Pumpkin? Okay. Yeah, whatever. I can't do it. Anything pumpkin spice, I don't like.
You know what's,
Especially pumpkin
energy
beers.
drinks?
Those are bullshit.
I love the taste of energy drinks, but
Oh,
yeah. You know what's not
Pumpkin.
overrated? Oreo Coke Zero. What?
Do you like it?
I thought it was okay.
I thought it was also okay. I don't see myself buying a 12 pack, but
Nah, I bought
When was the last time you bought a 12-pack of soda?
a 20 ounce. I buy 12 packs of soda all the time.
yeah, I do recently. That's how I get my Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream zero.
Yeah,
Sugar.
man.
It's still the best.
I can't really drink Coke. I don't like Coke.
That's fair.
Dr. Pepper
think
is
it's
about the only
overrated?
Coke product. Yeah,
Oh,
I do. I think Coke is by far overrated.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew is just straight trash that people like. It's like drinking garbage water.
I was waiting for you guys to stop talking so I could say Mountain Dew. I don't think any of them are that great. The only one I liked was Major Melon, and Code Red was good at the time, but I haven't had it in like decades, so it probably...
It's good for a 12-year-old.
I mean, it was bad way back in The Simpsons when he had a choice between Mountain Dew and crab juice.
Yeah, I mean, I have to be honest with you guys and myself that I definitely went through a phase where I liked Mountain Dew, but now there's so many more options.
What's it supposed to taste like?
Citrus sugar.
That's what it does taste like, but is that what it's supposed to?
I think it's supposed to be lime?
It might be
Maybe?
lime.
Maybe.
I think there's
don't know.
Or
orange in it.
grapefruit? Orange? Just citrus. Just all the citrus.
Yeah, it's just straight ass.
Yeah. Oh, you know what else is overrated? Chicken nuggets.
Oh, yeah.
People love them from like McDonald's.
Once
or
you're
fucking-
older than like 8 years old, chicken nuggets is overrated.
It's a thing where if I have them once a year, I'm like, oh, it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
But I'm never like, man, I need to get nuggets right now.
The last like 20 years of my life, they've just been a conduit for getting barbecue sauce in my mouth.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of the same way with chicken fingers,
Yeah.
but those I don't eat very often.
No.
You know what I mean? So like if I eat them once a year or once every 2 years, I'm like, oh, neat. You can't be mad at this. Chicken fingers.
Or if I get like a craving for honey mustard.
I never have a craving for honey mustard.
Oh, really? I kind of like honey
I like
mustard.
regular honey on chicken nuggets. Just like the regular fucking bee shit.
Man, honey mustard. I haven't had that in a while. Sometimes it gets too like buttery.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to get a good
Not
honey
too
mustard.
ranchy. And I don't have the energy to go find a good honey mustard these days.
I Grumpy's has a good honey mustard, I think.
I'm sure fucking those guys who make the barbecue sauce. I can't think of their name now. Fucking
Sweet Baby
Ben and
Ray's.
Jerry?
Sweet Baby
Oh.
Ray's. Yeah, they probably have a good honey
Well,
mustard.
they do have a honey mustard, but I never had it.
Interesting.
They've been branching out. There's a shitload of different Sweet Baby Ray's. There was a buffalo wing sauce.
That's pretty good.
Ooh, interesting.
I bet it is. I mean,
No, it's
been
not
released.
overrated. Sweet Baby Ray's.
Or buffalo
No.
wings.
People love them. Although Buffalo Wild Wings is extremely overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just insane.
I think I had them once in my life, and I was like, I'm never going to have to go there again.
Yeah, it's the atmosphere that really got me. Fucking
Yeah, it's
hated
just-
it.
Like, it's fine, but it's wings. You know, how bad can wings be?
Yeah.
They're not bad. They're chicken sandwiches. They're fine. Everything about it's fine. I just don't understand the fandom for it.
Or Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
It's any other bar food.
Well, fuck those Christian nationalists.
Yeah,
pieces
but
of shit.
people love that shit.
I
too.
know.
They go nuts for it. And I can't respect them because what kind of fast food place isn't open on a Sunday?
Yeah.
You're just leaving money on the table. And you know how many times I've been at airports being like, oh my God, what's open? And I've seen a closed Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. I'm like, motherfucker. This should be illegal. This shouldn't be allowed to be in an airport.
No, not if it's closed one day. Fucking
Yeah.
Still
Man.
have never had a Chick-fil-A.
me neither. I won't.
I won't either. Yeah.
So that's why it's
I mean, it's
overrated.
good. I'm not going to say it's not good, but I'm never going to spend money on it.
Yeah, exactly.
You were just telling a story about where you wished you could spend money on it.
He just wanted something to eat.
That's different. That's desperation in an airport when you've already been on a 6-hour flight and now you're in a fucking 3-hour layover and nothing's open. And you're like, what's that? The sign's lit up. Fuck. Guess it's Subway. And then you have to go eat Subway all sad at the airport.
Ugh.
That's overrated.
Subway's so not underrated. It's rated so low anymore.
Yeah, I guess you got a point here. Right. They're supposed to bring back a new deal, like $6.99 footlongs.
Oh yeah, instead of $12.
Well, because they
now.
were bought by like what the fuck are they called? Poppascotch,
a conglomerate.
something like that, where they just buy it and try and eke all the money out of it.
Yeah.
And then they raised all the prices and they lost so much business. They're like, all right, we had to get together and figure out how we can make more money.
Oh, you tell me 3 foot.
Yeah, a $15 footlong wasn't good.
Tell me foot long fucking cookies not a great idea. These people are idiots, man.
But guys, they pivoted to flatbread Sandos. Come
Flatbread.
on.
They changed the flatbread too. I heard. I don't know. I haven't eaten it forever.
I've gone like Subway twice in the past year.
So someone was telling me like they changed the flatbread. It's not. It's like fucking paper thin now. So it's
That's
like
flatbread.
It's like a wrap. Well, flatbread used to have some substance.
I guess
It was like a thicker tortilla.
Yeah.
Their flatbread. But yeah, man, Subway, every time I see it, I'm like, no, never. I've had it like once in the last decade.
Yeah.
And
If
I
I go,
wasn't
it's
happy
just
about
to
it.
get the vegetables.
That's basically where I go. Or like, I just now, or I just go to like Wawa or Sheetz to get a hoagie.
True that.
But like when I did it and was there a whole bunch to get those vegetables, at least I could pretend myself there was something healthy in that sandwich.
Right.
But then it was $7 or $7.50.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's worth it. I'm not paying top quality money here for a top quality sando. I'm getting a $7 sandwich.
Nah, that made
But
sense.
now the price, get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. Fuck out of here. You're on
$15 for a
notice,
sandwich?
Subway.
$15 for a sandwich has to be 2 meals. Like comfortably 2 meals.
Right. And I can eat a foot long in one sitting. Easy.
I want to see that. Maybe you could do it for the ASMR channel.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Tell me what I should eat, guys.
If you have some ideas of what he should be eating during his ASMR sessions, he's totally going to put on YouTube. Where could they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
Well, send that to plottytime@gmail.com and we'll kick it around. We'll see what we can do.
And if they want to get to us faster on all those socials we've been doing, how do they do that, Dr. Syintist?
At Plotty Time on Instagram and Threads. And do we have a TikTok?
Yes.
Hey, go there too. And stop by the Reddit and say something. And maybe we'll try your suggestions like
Oreo Coke. Sandman.
You can also go to YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. Tons of new content coming out every week-ish or so, a couple times a month.
Weeker.
There'll be more.
Way to save it.
Week, whatever. That does it for us. So as always, shout out Blaine JJ, Drago the Slago, Gamers Little Playground, I am Panex, and the man in our hearts, Luis Guzman. Don't trust Dr. Syintist, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace.